Hi guys, recently the Palestinian President Mohammed Abbas has appointed Mohammed Mustafa as a Prime Minister. That is the reason that it becomes very much relevant as far as current affairs is concerned, and that is the reason that we will cover the different dimensions of this topic. First, we will know the genesis of this uh, genesis of the Palestine, along with its conflict with Israel. The sequence of event which happened after the creation of the state of Israel, the current situation, and the complexities which are happening in the happening between Israel and Palestine. First, when we talk about the historical genesis of Palestine, it goes back to First World War. During that time, the Palestine was part of the Ottoman Empire, and after the defeat of Ottoman Empire in the First World War, the Ottoman Empire was divided into different parts, and Britain and its allies took over those different parts. At that point of time, Palestine became the part of Great Britain. During that time, in 1917, the Britain announced the Balfour Declaration. When you talk about what is the Balfour Declaration, Balfour Declaration talks about the creation of a Jewish state, and it has some interlinking with the First World War. During First World War, the Jewish people were being annihilated or killed in the German or wherever the German forces took control of the territory. This is the reason that there was sympathy, and at that point of time, the Britain announced that they will create a Jewish state, and since then there was a migration to the Palestine. Because the Palestine was under British control, they tried to have some sort of solution of this problem, but there was a conflict between Jewish people and Arab people, and situation was getting back to worse. That is the reason in 1948. That is the reason in the 1948, the Britain handed over the Palestine to the United Nations for the sorting out the issues. The United Nations presented a plan to have two states, which was being rejected by the Arab state. At the same time, in 1948, Israel announced its independence, and there was mass confrontation or conflict between Arab and state of Israel. Even after the creation of Israel, there was conflict, violence, etc. During that time, in 1964, Palestine Liberation Organization was established. Its motto was to free Palestine, to work for the welfare of the Palestinian people, etc. In 1967, there was a war between Israel and many of its neighbors, including Jordan, Syria, Egypt, etc. In that war, Israel annexed territories such as Golan Heights from Syria. You can see over there, the Golan Height is over here. West Bank and East Jerusalem from Jordan, West Bank over here. Sinai Peninsula and Gaza Strip. If you see there, this is the Egypt, and this is the Sinai Peninsula and West Bengal, which was under the control of, before the 1967, under the control of the Egypt. During that war, most of the neighbors of the Israel collaborated, and it was assumed in terms of numerical strength that they will overwhelm the Israeli forces, but it didn't happen. Things went opposite, and Israel annexed territory of this country, like Golan Heights from Syria, still under the control of Israel. West Bengal, West Bank, which was under the control of Jordan, still now it is under control of Israel. Gaza and Sinai Peninsula both were annexed by the Israel, but after the war, Israel and Egypt signed a peace treaty, and under the treaty, Israel handed over the Sinai Peninsula to Egypt, and Gaza Strip became the independent. At that point of time, to have a peace in the Middle East, Camp David Accord was signed, which included Israel and various Arab states. It was expected that there will be peace in the Middle East, but it was remained to be fulfilled, because despite the signing of the peace treaty, there is still violence in the Middle East, and currently, as we speak, there is fighting between Israel and Gaza or Hamas, you can say. Hamas is labeled as militant organization by many European countries, including United States. India doesn't recognize, does not categorize Hamas as a militant group. During the confrontation in 1987, there was emergence of Hamas. It was a part of Muslim Brotherhood, and it believed in annihilation of state of Israel. It believed in violence, and it wanted to eradicate the Israel from the map. So it was its own motto. Things got very much complex when in 2006 Palestine has a two part. If you see on the map, that is the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. Both were ruled by, before 2006, were ruled by the Fatah, a party currently ruling the West Bank. And if you talk about President Muhammad Abbas, he belongs to the Fatah and appointed the Muhammad Musba as the Prime Minister. So, when in 2006 Hamas was elected in the Gaza Strip, and Fatah was defeated, but 1 year later in 2007, Fatah was evicted, they were thrown out of Gaza, and since then Hamas is ruling this strip, and there is no elections at all. That is the situation. Currently, as we speak, there is fighting going on between Israel and Gaza. Hamas and Israel is continuously bombing the Gaza Strip. It's a very small strip, narrow strip, but it has one of the highest density as far as population is concerned. Millions of people have been displaced. It is in own territory. There is no space to escape. The only border the Gaza Strip has with Egypt in Sinai Peninsula, which is still under the continuous bombardment by the Israel. As far as Arab states are concerned, they are publicly stating that they are supporting the Gaza Strip, but internally situation is different, because there has been some reports that Jordan was having a close relation with Israel, and Jordan is having close relation with Israel, and they are sharing intelligence. So these are the situation. Under that, currently more than 30,000 people have been killed, and violence is continuously going on. Before wrapping up, we will see the map of the this conflict zone. In the map, you can see over here, this is the Gaza Strip. Over here, you can see Lebanon. Lebanon is also has become the part of this conflict, because a militant organization Hezbollah is operating over there. This is the Syria. Already it is a conflict zone since 2011-12. Jordan much more stable, and this is the Egypt. This area is Mediterranean Sea, And this is the all important facts about Palestine. Thank you.